Hi, it's Dana at the Arts Partnership. I'm just going to make this really brief. You got an email from me last week or maybe the week before inviting you to participate in our April Showers, Bring May Flowers campaign, which is happening this week. We're right in the middle of it, in fact. And to those of you who have already donated, thank you so, so much. I know this is a scary time, and I am sure there are a lot of demands on you and your dollars. So thank you for making the Arts Partnership a priority this spring and really often before that. If you haven't yet donated, I just want to give you a few things to think about. One, almost 40% of our budget comes from individual donors just like you. We really depend on you and your generosity to keep the work going that we do. And if you're wondering about what we do, if you don't engage with us much online, let me just give you some quick updates. One, we launched Tappy Hour. I think we've done 6 weeks of them now, where on Fridays I am with arts leaders and artists and makers, and we are working really hard for about an hour every Friday afternoon to make sure that the local arts community is staying top of mind. We've had almost 10,000 views on those Tappy Hours. So I invite you this Friday to join me at 4:44 p.m. Your drink of choice is anything that you want. They are fun, they're informative, they're interesting, and they take about an hour. This week's probably won't be quite that long because it'll probably just be me. We launched the Emergency Arts Organization Fund for organizations that had already made investments in productions, in galas, in events that they had to cancel. We have a reimbursement loan fund program with zero interest. So we did that immediately the first week. We have continued to communicate. Ethan has continued to produce really great content for the forum, despite the fact that there's really no art being made. But the Arts Partnership has ensured that the arts are continuing to get talked about through the forum communications, through our social media channels, through the new campaign that we launched. The April Showers, Bring May Flowers campaign is generating a lot of great buzz on social media and off. Thanks so much to WDAY for making a commercial for us. The Flag did a PSA for us. So we really have been able to keep the message going and get the word out about why the arts matter and why the Arts Partnership matters. But at the end of the day, I really invite you to remember what you love about the Arts Partnership, whether that's that you appreciate the advocacy that we do, or the communication that we do, or the networking opportunities that we do, the fact that we are out all day, every day, making sure that people understand that artists and arts leaders need to be at all kinds of tables, need to be sitting in equitable situations, need to be helping to make decisions and guiding and steering the direction that this community goes. Or whether you just appreciate the fact that we are the umbrella organization for the arts in the Metro, and that when you support us, you're supporting all the arts. You've heard me say this, you've read me say this, you've read me write this many times throughout this time of social isolation, but at no point in human history have we consumed so much art. So I love seeing people talking about watching operas from around the world and ballets and Broadway musicals and taking advantage of some incredible, incredible artistic opportunities. But that comes at a cost in the long term. And I'm asking you to help us make sure that we're here when we come out of this to be ready to just keep going stronger than ever before, to make sure that our arts sector comes back and is able to be up and running as soon as possible. I do want to also tell you this because I am so proud of my board of directors for enthusiastically and unanimously making this decision. When we got approval from all 3 cities for the money that we then grant out through the City Arts Partnership grant program, the board of directors made the decision that this year we would take an average of the last 3 years of each of the last year's grantees awards and that amount would just go to them this year. And it won't wait until June. As soon as we have the money in our account, which should be next week, the money will go out to the 30 organizations who received funding from us last year. They won't need to write a new application. They just will receive that money. In many cases, they're receiving slightly more than they received last year because of the way we allocated the funds. And in no cases is someone receiving less. So I want you to know that, because it speaks to the way the Arts Partnership is able to pivot, the way that we are constantly working to make sure that we are a value add for the arts community, that we are an asset, that our advocacy and our hard work and our striving to make sure that we have the resources we need are going to make sure that the arts sector is in a better place today than it was yesterday. So if you haven't yet given, if you're thinking about giving, I invite you to donate today, tomorrow, Friday. Every amount matters. Every dollar counts. You know that. I know that. We have a goal of 1,000 donors. We are so far from that, it's kind of embarrassing to still be talking about it. But I am going to still talk about it because I still believe we can get there. 1,000 people is not that many people if we think about everyone that we know, everybody who's got some kind of small or large stake in the arts. But I will tell you this, because we're closer to this, we are about $1,500 away from being halfway to our dollar goal, which is $50,000. So if you're thinking about giving, please give. theartspartnership.net/donate. Know how much I personally appreciate it. Know how much my team appreciates it, the board of directors, and the arts community as a whole. We can't do what we do without you. I invite you to support local art with us. I invite you to get under our arts umbrella and make our arts garden grow. We will be a better community when we come out of this period, because the arts have ensured that we are staying sane and finding joy and keeping balanced. And I hope that you will remember how much pleasure you took in the arts. I hope you'll support us this week. I hope you'll go out and support all of the arts organizations that matter to you. Again, it's really not about the dollar amount. It's about the number of people who step up and say, this matters. I know it matters. You know it matters. Please support our work. If you already have, thanks so much. If you'd go online and share with people that this campaign is happening and that you support the work, that would be incredible. But please, please know from the bottom of my heart how grateful I have been for past support from you, how much we appreciate those of you who've already given. And please know that your amount and dollar support really matters. So if you have anything to share, I would be so, so appreciative if you would share it with the Arts Partnership. theartspartnership.net/donate. We've got an outstanding thank you present you can have on Friday if you give $25 or more. This is money to go to support the Individual Arts Partnership Grant Program, our advocacy work, our communications work, our ability to make sure that we are providing access and resources and support to as many arts organizations and artists as possible. Thanks so much. Enjoy the day. Thanks.